Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, strong to severe storms are possible around this time tomorrow. Damaging winds are expected to be the biggest threat. Let's kick off our severe weather alert day coverage with Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel. Paige?
Yeah, Steve, we're going to see those strong to severe storms, like you said, really around this time tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and get the word out and start to break this down so you guys can be prepared as we head into your Tuesday. So that slight risk has been out for our area for quite some time. We'll go ahead and take you to that. Lexington was actually in this slight risk earlier. You can see that that part has been taken out. We've seen this kind of move a little bit down more to the south and to the east. So remember that slight risk is a 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, but all of our counties, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, and even down into Tennessee. So you guys are all under that slight risk, which is why that severe weather alert day has been issued. But as of today, let's check it out. It's been a nice day here in the mountains. A few clouds here and there as we're looking at the National Weather Service camera in Jackson. Those are really going to continue to be partly cloudy to mostly cloudy as we head into tomorrow, looking into downtown Whitesburg. Seeing those mostly cloudy skies, hopefully getting a break from the heat and humidity we've seen today. So there's those clouds increasing, maybe a stray chance for a shower or two. I don't think all of that is reaching the ground. We could see that here on Pinpoint Doppler. Not sure if we're seeing all of that rain reaching the ground, but definitely a stray chance is possible as we head into the rest of those evening hours. But check out those temperatures anywhere from those mid to upper 80s, some spots into the lower 80s where they've seen a little bit more of that cloud cover. But that severe weather alert day continues as we head into your Tuesday. That cold front swings through, bringing even more rain as we head into your Tuesday and into your Wednesday. But I promise more sunshine is on the way. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a few short minutes.
All right, Paige, thank you. Now to a developing story out of Breathitt County. Judge Executive Jeff Noble was indicted on multiple charges, including abuse of public trust, theft by unlawful taking, and official misconduct. WYMT's Emily Bennett is live for us in Jackson with more. Emily?
Steve, Breathitt County Judge Executive Jeff Noble's indictment is the talk of the county right now. The Sheriff's Department says a person in Breathitt County contacted Noble back in April saying he had a neighbor who needed lumber to fix a bridge on his private property. Noble made an order for lumber with county money. The order included $1,118 of lumber. Only $390 worth of the lumber went to county use. The Sheriff's Department says the rest went to the person for private use. Police say when Noble found out the Sheriff's Department was investigating the matter, he tried to hide the lumber and cover his tracks.
And I had already discovered the location that the stolen lumber had been housed. It was in a barn locked behind lock and key. It was never taken to a legitimate work site that the county was working on.
Now, rumors that he fled to Mexico are not true. The Sheriff's Department told me that he is on a planned vacation that they were made aware of. He is being advised to turn himself in, though, when he returns. Live in Breathitt County, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Emily, thank you, and we'll have much more on this later tonight. A Clay County mother appeared in court this morning after a dangerous internet challenge went wrong. Police say Angela Guth's son threw hot, boiling water on his friend, 11-year-old Billy Oliver, last month. Police say Guth did not do enough to help the boy. Guth is charged with wanton endangerment and criminal abuse. She pleaded not guilty and was appointed a public defender. Now, we were in court earlier today, and we'll have much more coming up at 6 o'clock. Another coal company has laid off around 50 miners. Those miners in Harlan County just received their notice this morning. WYMT's Katie Cook talked with one of them.
Several JRL miners left a meeting this morning with a notice saying that they were now out of work. JRL laid off close to 50 miners in Harlan County. The news comes on the third week of Black Jewel miners protesting alongside a train track demanding their pay. Today, a former JRL miner visited the protest site talking to miners like him, now without work. He says working in the coal industry, you never know when a layoff like this one could happen.
It's good today and bad tomorrow. You can go in and have a job today, and tomorrow you can get laid off, then 2 weeks from now you can get called back.
Now, Matt Clay said he did hear rumors of JRL laying off miners, but wasn't expecting the news this soon. In Harlan County, Katie Cook, WYMT Mountain News.
Back in June, JRL's general manager said the company had too much focus on surface mining. A fire in the Elkhorn Creek community this past weekend left one Pike County man dead. Benny Tackett was killed in his home when a fire tore through it Saturday night. His neighbors remember him as a giver, and his family says he was one of a kind. He was battling cancer, and they say he still found the time to think of others. They hope his memory will overpower the way he died.
He's one of the toughest individuals I ever met. He went through a lot, but he stood strong.
Later, we'll have more about Tackett's life and how his family is choosing to remember him. 5 children are dead after a fire broke out at their daycare in Pennsylvania. The fire happened yesterday morning at the Harris Family Daycare in the city of Erie. 4 of the children killed were siblings. The youngest was just 8 months old. Fire officials say they had been sleeping at the daycare home because their mother worked overnight. The deaths hit the first responders hard.
A few of my guys and girls, guys here today, they're having a little bit of problems. These firefighters are tough, but when something like this happens, it's a little bit different.
3 of the victims were the children of a volunteer firefighter. The fire chief says the cause of the blaze is under investigation, but it may be related to an electrical malfunction. He also says investigators say the house where the daycare is located had just one smoke detector in the attic. A fugitive who escaped from prison after he allegedly killed a Tennessee corrections official is now back behind bars. Around 3:30 yesterday morning, a couple woke up to an alert. Their surveillance camera caught Curtis Ray Watson wearing camouflage overalls, a hat, and other items from another home. The couple then dialed 911. Within 30 minutes, hundreds of law enforcement officers surrounded the area, conducting air and ground searches. 7 hours later, Watson was spotted in a nearby soybean field covered in tick and mosquito bites.
Hands up, went to his knees, and gave up immediately. He was relieved to be over with his run. He knew he wasn't getting away because of the number of law enforcement that was present.
Watson was serving a 15-year prison sentence for especially aggravated kidnapping that would have expired in 2025. He is now accused of sexually assaulting and killing 64-year-old Corrections Administrator Deborah Johnson at her home on prison grounds and could face the death penalty. The Justice Department is investigating how Jeffrey Epstein died while in custody this weekend. The medical examiner's office performed an autopsy on Epstein's body yesterday, but the details have not yet been released. The New York Times says guards at the jail were supposed to check on him every 30 minutes, but that procedure was not followed the night before his death. Attorney General William Barr said today he has learned of serious irregularities at the Metropolitan Correctional Center where Epstein died.
I was appalled, and indeed the whole department was, and frankly, angry to learn of the MCC's failure to adequately secure this prisoner.
Barr also said Epstein's alleged co-conspirators should not rest easy. Federal investigators said the indictment against Epstein included a conspiracy charge, suggesting others could still face charges in the case. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Monday afternoon. The Dow closes down today more than 391 points. Well, check your fridge. Dole Fresh Vegetables is recalling packages of baby spinach. The company says a random sample tested positive for salmonella. The spinach being recalled has packaging with a use-by date of August 5th. The packages were distributed in 10 states, including here in Kentucky, New York, Virginia, Illinois, and Ohio. Dole urges people not to eat the spinach and throw it out.
It's a sign of the times. Companies are seeing a spike in sales of bulletproof backpacks. I'm Hillary Lane with more on the protection they can offer kids heading back to school.
And those strong to severe storms are expected tomorrow. We'll break down the timing and threats next.